My role is the Executive Director of Corporate Communications for the health system. In that capacity, I'm responsible for the marketing and public relations for the system, as well as overseeing the Children's Hospital Foundation at St. Francis. There's really no typical day for me at work, which is one of the things that I love about my job is, today I could be working with a project with the Children's Hospital, tomorrow I could be working on something for the clinic, and the day after that I could be working on plans for the Painted Pony Ball, which is the fundraiser for the Children's Hospital at St. Francis. Well, I moved to Tulsa the week after I graduated from Loyola University in New Orleans, and I came here to work with our eating disorder program. It had a very good national reputation, and I thought if I worked here for a couple of years, I could move back to New Orleans and work with the program that was there. Well, I got here, loved it, and kind of moved through the eating disorder program. I started as a tech, and then I moved into the admissions department, and then started doing a lot of the marketing and outreach for that particular program. I went to graduate school during that time, and around the time grad school was ending, and I was thinking it's time for me to move back to New Orleans. That whole little hurricane happened in New Orleans. And that probably wasn't the best time to think about a move, and my parents were living with me. They'd evacuated here at the time. And so I started looking for other things within the system. If I was going to stay in Tulsa, I definitely wanted to stay at St. Francis, and worked briefly for our Children's Hospital Foundation, and then ended up in the role of our physician recruiter, and was in that position for a little over 6 years, and then was approached towards the end of last year about assuming this role within the system. There's a lot of great nonprofits and charities in Tulsa, and I think they're all deserving, and I wish I could devote all of my time to all of them. If I had to pick some of my favorites that I've been involved with, I think Catholic Charities would definitely be one, as would Town and Country School and the Tristesse Grief Center, and obviously the Children's Hospital Foundation at St. Francis. But trying to pick and choose which ones to devote my time to is getting, increasingly difficult. So I am a member of the Junior League of Tulsa, which by being a member of that one organization, I'm able to impact many organizations through our 40 partner community organizations within Tulsa. Success or happiness in a profession all starts on the inside. I think if you are happy with who you are and what you're doing, and wake up every day knowing that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's happiness. And so finding a place or a job or a career that gets you excited every morning is what I think anyone would want. And if you find that, I think you'll be happy with whatever you do. Well, goals for the next 10 years. I think, my goals 10 years ago were very different than my goals today. I think professionally, one of my goals would certainly be to make an impact on the organization I work for, as well as on Tulsa in general. And within my organization, I think one goal or measure of success would be if I could get every employee within the health system to feel as proud to work there as I am, or to love what they do in their capacity as much as I do. That would be success. If my job is marketing and public relations, to have every employee be a super proud employee of the system would definitely be success for me in this role. And I think in terms of outside of work goals or things that I would look forward to, I think being able to make an impact on the community, be it through my role at St. Francis or through other volunteer organizations or the Junior League or other nonprofits that I'm involved in, to be able to say that somehow I made a difference in Tulsa. I would love to tell you about something that's not on my resume. When I was in New Orleans, I was very involved in musical theater, and I haven't done any shows since I've been in Tulsa, but I think my experience in the theater definitely has had an impact on who I am today. I think getting up on stage in front of 1,000 people every night definitely teaches you, or gives you confidence, and teaches you how to think on your feet and improv as needed. Your role on stage was to make sure that the audience had a great experience, and your whole purpose was to make sure they had a good time. And I think the skill and talent of being able to think on your feet and turn on a dime is a skill that translates very nicely into the professional world and into business.